this video is on how to make this beautiful balloon bouquet. Stay tuned. Hey, BIBLEY here. B-I-B-L-E-Y, BIBLEY. I'm going to show you how I make a beautiful balloon basket. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start out with a balloon about that long, and we're going to pinch and twist. We're going to make what we call a little loop. We're going to make 5 loops just like that. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sort of comes out like a flower, but sort of. Okay, so basically you've got a star. Alright, and now we're going to be using 10 balloons, one at a time, and connecting it to this. You'll see why. What we're making here is the basket, and this is the hardest part of the balloon sculpture. Okay, so we're going to start out with a little bit longer balloons. Leave about that much. And we're going to connect them onto this balloon sculpture. Okay? So to connect them, you just pull it around and push it through. And that connects one. This connects the second one. Then the third one. Then balloon number 4. And then balloon number 5. I'm using metallic balloons, but you can use regular balloons, any colors you want. I like to make the basket a little bit darker colors and then make the brighter colors for the flowers. Okay, so we got 5 connected to the 5 loops. And then we're going to take another one, only these are shorter, and you'll see why. Because we're going to make some pearls going down the side. So we connect these 2 together, and these are shorter, have about that much left. And then you have 5 more places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that you want balloons sticking out, okay? So we're basically going to make 10 places where the balloon sticks out. So you're going to make these 2, then you're going to make 2 here, and then 1 over here. So we're going to take 2 more balloons. We're going to connect these 2. Now there's a place here and a place there, so we're going to pull it here, pull it over here. And then we just have one little place for the last balloon. Not the last one, but the next one. Okay, so and you think that looks like an octopus? Well, it's not. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take another balloon. We're going to start balloon weaving. This is a balloon technique. We'll just take maybe this color, any color you want, And we're going to take one that's sticking out, and we're going to connect this knob to that knob. And to do that, you could use what's called a knot roll with your finger. So now it's connected, but any way you can connect it. Then we're going to start balloon weaving. You take your shorter balloon, make a bubble, you hold it. I'm holding it with my underarm there. And then you take another bubble, and then you connect those two. But you want to make sure that you got the right balloon on the right side. Then we're going to make another bubble, and we're going to connect it, and we're just going to keep going around the circle. Now the next one gets a bubble, and then connect those two bubbles. And then this one gets a bubble, but you don't have to make an extra bubble because it's on the end. And then next one, bubble to bubble. Then you make a bubble here. And then this one, make a bubble, bubble to here, twist it around. Okay, make a bubble, twist it around that one. And then this one, make a bubble, make a bubble. Okay, so once you get to this point and you've gone all the way around, you grab the knob and then you just deflate this one that you used to go all the way around. You just deflate it. Okay, then you do a roll knot. Okay, then you take a pair of scissors or tuck this in. I'm going to tuck it in at this point. All right, so then instead of an octopus, it looks like kind of like a squid. The squid going all the way around. You've got you have 5 that are a little bit shorter. You have 5 that are long. Okay, now we're going to take another balloon about that long. Okay, and we're going to measure. Now I use my fingers to just measure about 6 inches down. I make a twist. I make a bubble. And then I connect those two. So it's kind of sticking out, but then it'll connect over here at the end. Then I measure 6 inches. And then I make sure that this looks about straight for this bubble. And then I twist it around. And I keep doing that all the way around. So then when you get all the way around, that first bubble that you made that was kind of sticking out, you take the knob, you pull it around, all right, and then you deflate this, roll your knot, just to tie it, any way you can tie it, that's the way I do it, and then I'm going to take the excess off with the scissors. Okay, so now you got this knob sticking up. This was for a purpose, so that this would stay, so you could connect those. And then there's a knob on the inside. You want to deflate those, because we don't need those. And you just barely, then you can just tuck this in. And then there's one inside, and it's got a nice knot sticking out, and you just deflate that one. And then you just tuck it in somewhere. Okay, so now we made one go all the way around when we weaved it. We call it balloon weaving. Now we're going to measure. We're going to connect one and we're going to go all the way around again. The next step is to take what we have left over, the 10 balloons sticking out, and make loops. We're going to loop it over. It's like the equivalent of a mouse ear. That's what I call them. And we're going to go all the way around, making those loops. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So here's the reason why we made some of them long and some of them short. The short ones, we're going to make some pearls. Okay, so we're going to make 10 little balloons that look like pearls, and then we're going to connect them all the way around, kind of like this, and then we're going to connect these, and so then it'll look like kind of a loop, a design, and pearls at the same time. Now we have our basket with pearls. But this won't just set up on a table by itself. So what I've done is, you can use any kind of base, but what I've done is I've just taken like 4x4s and chopped them up, made a base, and then I took the saw blade and made this so that the rubber band holding it to the balloon will go into this little spot, so that when it sets on a table, it'll be flat. Because if you don't do that, then the balloon, and it'll be a little bit wobbly. But I like it to be completely flat. So I'm gonna put this on the balloon using a couple of balloons. So to do that, I just bring it through here, keep a hold of the balloon, and then when I tie it, I got to make sure I tie it on the side so that the knot is not underneath and makes it wobbly also. So that's one. Then I take another balloon, it can be any color, because I'm really not going to see this part. Now, it's kind of a crisscross. So then we take the piece of wood and we put it underneath this. Like this. So then when it sets on the table, it will be freestanding. So I'm going to set it here on the table, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make some flower balloons to go in the basket. We're going to make 3 petal flowers, 3 heart flowers, and then a giant petal flower that goes in the center of the basket, like this. And that's coming up next. Okay, to make a petal flower, just have a long skidding balloon, and and then we have this, And it was so funny. The person that I'm making this balloon for came to the door. So, and so I'm going to make the balloon, and then I'm going to go deliver the balloon to that person. So to make the balloon for the petal flower, you take a balloon and you just tie it into a loop, and then you make it in half, like the number 8, and then you do half again. And now you have 4 petals. Take another balloon. Now a little bit fancier way is to do a push through, grab the knot, twist, and it makes a little thing on top. Little fancier way of doing the flower. And then you have the petal flower. And I already made up 2 other ones. I'm going to put in the basket just like that. I like to make all those 3 the same. And then I'm going to make a heart flower. A heart flower will be out of a different balloon. We take long skinny balloon, and then this is a very special. I'm going to put a light inside this balloon. So I'm going to take this little light. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Okay, I'm going to put it inside the balloon. A little tough, but sometimes they go in. There we go. Then I blow it up. And then the heart will be lit up and blinking. And then I make the heart flower, which is just 3 petals on top. And then it just holds it. These are the petals actually. 2 petals. And you can hear the little light in there. Okay. And then I made up 2 more just like these. Aren't those pretty? They have lights in them. And then I put them in the basket. Space them out. Okay, and now we're going to make the giant balloon, which is called the 340. It's a little bit fatter. We're going to take this one, and we're going to make the petals purple. You can make it any color, but okay. So we've got that one. And this one. So it takes 3 balloons to make the giant flower. And you just make your loop, just like the other ones. And then here, we're going to take these 2 balloons and put them together for the petals. And then we have the flower. We put 2 more petals. And then it goes in the center. And there we have, ladies and gentlemen, my basket with the balloon, the heart flowers and the petal flowers, and just arrange it, and there we go. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day.
Oh my goodness.
Hi Becky! Happy Mother's Day!
Oh,
Isn't this where, look at here!
Oh, I love it.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, thank you so much.
Happy
Oh,
Mother's Day!
Beautiful. Thank you.